Hey guys, Taylor here over at Infinity Watch. In this video today, we're going to be talking about what's next for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, my thoughts on Endgame, and how I think they're going to play out involving the X-Men and Fantastic Four. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure you guys click the bell so you get notified whenever I release new videos. Also, I know a lot of other channels like this do like giveaways and stuff. If I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll start doing stuff like that too. So if you haven't subscribed yet, but you like the content, definitely hit that subscribe button. So, Endgame. I saw Endgame opening night. I saw it on Thursday night at IMAX, and it was, I'll tell you this, it was one of the best experiences ever watching a movie. It was so exciting. It did not feel like 3 hours. It felt short, to be honest. It went by really fast. We were with a really good crowd. People were really into it, and everything that they did was really, not so much of a movie that's the average person can see. Like, I think honestly that movie was more designed for the fans. Like, this was a fans galore kind of movie. They just put in so many different Easter eggs, so many, I can't even keep track of them all. And it was just basically just a tribute to the fans. Like, that's how this movie felt. They referenced all the other movies. So, I mean, if you've never seen any of the Marvel movies or weren't really that into them, I don't think you would really like it that much. You probably will like it a little bit, but I think Infinity War, as far as the pacing goes, I think you would like Infinity War more, because things would probably make more sense to you. Whereas Endgame, they reference so many things from the past. So, as far as how the movie is, I think it's great. If you haven't watched it yet, you are probably not that serious about Marvel, but I highly just suggest you watch it. I'm going to watch it probably a third time and fourth time, because that's how good it was. So, obviously, this video is going to have spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you close this video and watch it. But here's what I think they're going to go in regards to what's coming next, because everybody's asking that question. They're saying, is it going to be Doctor Doom? Is it going to be Galactus? Is it going to be the X-Men? When are we going to see the X-Men? Is it going to be about time travel? Is it going to be Young Avengers, Dark Avengers? And honestly, I think the route they're going to go is the following. So we all know that Spider-Man Far From Home reveals that there is a multiverse, right? They're revealing, allegedly, that there's a multiverse and that they need the next Iron Man. I think what they're going to do is that they're just basically going to reset everything they've done in regards to how they did building up this phase. I think they're going to use very similar formula techniques, meaning that Spider-Man is now going to become not necessarily Iron Man physically, but he's going to actually be the face of the MCU for the next 10 years. I think he's going to be the main leader and the main person that is going to have the biggest character arc, kind of like they did with Iron Man. In the first 10 years, is that he was the one that started, he was the one that brought people together, and ironically, Nick Fury is in the Spider-Man Far From Home movie. So I think that because he's in the movie and because he plays such a big role, I think that he's going to be approaching Peter Parker like he did to Tony Stark, in the first Iron Man movie, in regards to dealing with the multiverse. And as far as, along the track of what they're going to do, I don't think the next Avengers movie is going to be Secret Wars yet. I think there's going to be like an in-betweener title. I think there actually might be even 2 in-between titles before they do Marvel's Secret Wars, okay? And the first one I think they're going to do is going to be something to do with the Sinister Six, okay? Because the story of the Sinister Six is that everybody's busy and, Spider-Man is having to face all of them by himself. So I think, by that time we'll have a big roster of characters. And I think that the very first thing they're going to do after Sinister Six is over is going to be Avengers Secret Invasion, okay? I predict it's going to be Secret Invasion because Kevin Feige has said that there are good Skrulls and bad Skrulls, and what a better way to bring back a lot of the old actors like Captain America and Tony Stark as bad versions of themselves. So I think they're going to kind of do a crossover between Dark Avengers and Avengers Invasion. I think it's going to have something to do where Norman Osborn, who's the leader of the Dark Avengers in the comics, ends up getting these Skrulls to look like these old characters that we've known and loved as villains. That's something that people really, really like. They like that concept of seeing Captain America say Hydra. Like, even in the Endgame, people were like we're getting really getting chills, because that could be a foreshadow of what could happen in Dark Avengers, where he actually is a Hydra agent. And obviously they were saying that to make fun of that moment, because a lot of people hated that moment in the comics. But if they make him a Skrull, they make him a lookalike, then you can know, okay, that's not really Captain America, but it's the actor saying it, and it's going to have a profound impact. So I think that's what they're going to do first. And then the second one, the in between before Secret Wars, is going to be X-Men versus Avengers. I think that is going to be a huge, huge, huge mega crossover, kind of like Civil War. I also predict that they might make Spider-Man Civil War. I think that's a possibility in the future, or Civil War 2, because it did had a good success. But I think they're going to copy that format where they have a big team up movie. It may not even be called Avengers, right? It might just be called Avengers versus X-Men, which technically makes it not an Avengers movie. So I think they're going to do that. And then after that, they're going to be two parts. There's going to be Avengers Battle World and then Avengers Secret War. I think they're going to put the movie in two parts, build up that crazy hype. I don't think we're going to see this movie till like 2030 or something like that. Something ridiculous. So if you're watching this in 2030 and I happen to be right, then awesome. If not, whatever. But this is just my prediction. So I think that's the path they're going to go on. I think they're going to set up Spider-Man to be this main character for the MCU for the next 10 years, and then it's going to be setting up Secret Invasion with Norman Osborn and the Skrulls, having his own army of Skrulls. And then it's going to be X-Men versus Avengers. And then it'll be Battle World and Secret Wars. And in this whole time, Doctor Doom is going to be looming in the background. We might even see a post-credit scene of him in something like Guardians of the Galaxy, or maybe in the first Fantastic Four movie. I think that's when they'll introduce him, and that's my thoughts. So if you guys like this video, please like it. And once again, you guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet and you like this content, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.